Hello, Mishawaka sports fans. I am Sean Kenricky here with Mishawaka Network, bringing you tonight's meet. There's 7 teams here. That is, of course, Mishawaka Cavemen, Edwardsburg, Concord, Penn, South Bend Riley, and Elkhart. So we'll have an interesting one here. 7 teams here tonight. Quite the fill of people. So I don't know if it's going to be long, but there's going to be a lot of people running at the same time. So um, with that being said, I'm here with Daniel Phillips on the floor. Daniel Phillips, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Sean.
Daniel, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, this will be my third Caveman Classic since I've been at Mishawaka High School, a student here. So I'm looking forward to seeing all 7 schools compete. We usually see a lot of breakout athletes. They start their great season here at the Caveman Classic, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm very excited.
You need to announce to all coaches need to turn in their relay card
Sorry about that.
right now.
I'm on the hot mic.
Um, so soon we will have Anna Yoder, a student here at the Mishawaka High School, singing the Pledge of Allegiance. So we'll see that here in a second. Um, Seems like someone's chatting up with one of our camera people. There we go. As you see, Daniel Phillips, sorry, down there waiting for the Pledge Allegiance to be sung after this announcement that's being said. Um, Today is a beautiful day out. Not as sunny as some would hope, but it's very warm. It's about 70, 78. Very nice temperature for a track meet, I would say, compared to some of our other nights, which were quite cold. But yeah, so we got Penn, Kingsman, Concord, Minutemen, Edwardsburg, Mishawaka High School. Um, Pardon me, I don't know why I keep forgetting. Still, still getting used to being on air.
Yeah, come with me.
Today is senior night here at the Steel Stadium. So we will be showing off some of our head track boys, head track male seniors. Uh, Girls senior night will be at some point. I do not know at which point that will be, but I'm sure it will be soon.
Attention coaches, please make sure to turn in your relay cards. Once again, please turn in your relay cards.
A little announcement from down there from Daniel Phillips himself. absolutely amazing singing from Anna Yoder, despite the slight audio difficulties, but beautiful singing nonetheless. Um, Soon we'll be heading off to our first track event, which will be the 4x800. These are all varsity events. There will be no JV events since it's so many different schools. So I pardon if I do not say any of the runners for this next event. Uh, Dan, you got any insight into who's running for Mishawaka Caveman at least?
Yeah, I do. I know Nasser Farin will be running the 4x8 at some point. That's the opening event here this evening, along with the field events, obviously, starting at 5 o'clock. So coming up here soon. And Liam Bauschke, a notable runner that will not be here, as he has a special running event in Carmel, Indiana, so he will not be in attendance. But notable runners from Mishawaka came in like Braden Plonsky, Nasser Farin, as I've already mentioned, and others will be participating today in the Classic.
All right. Well, hey, we hope Bauschke gets a good placement tomorrow.
So what?
Maybe
Or today, sorry. I hope Liam Bauschke gets a good placement at the event he will be in today in Carmel. I do believe we do have Polanski for Mishawaka running as the first handoff, or pardon me, the person who will be committing the first handoff. Hopefully, I will get those papers soon for you so I can read off the names. Don't worry, as soon as I get the papers, I will read off the names as fast as I can. Oh, and again, of course, today is Good Friday, so hope everyone's having a good Friday and hope everyone will have a good Easter. Though weirdly enough, my dad said that he got mean mugged yesterday, because he told someone Happy Easter, and I was like, what? No one likes Easter anymore? I was like, what? That's my favorite holiday. But anyway, here we're going to get started off soon, hopefully. Taking the picture today. Seems like they'll get started here shortly, as the referee just said, or officiator, pardon me. As most of you know, on Wednesday, Daniel Phillips did announce solo. I was not there due to an emergency, so I do say sorry for not being there. Speaking of Daniel, how you doing down there? It seems a little windy.
Yeah, Sean, it's pretty windy for sure. We're down here. The hope is that it just doesn't affect the runners too much. Obviously, the elements of the weather is what makes track and field such a difficult sport. So hopefully it doesn't affect us too much here this evening.
While we wait for this first event, a few other events happening are, of course, pole vaulting and the jump one. Some of them do not have any names, and they're off for the 4x800 meter relay.
And this one will be quite a fun one to watch. Braden Plonsky, Nasser Farin, two of the names that I told you guys about earlier will be featured. It's like Cole Danaher is in the mix as well for the Cavemen, so some pretty big names here at the high school participating in this one.
Watching the events. Our restrooms are open in the under alley of the home stands here at Steel Stadium. And the concession stand is also open.
Sean, the 4x8 is actually quite the event, in my opinion, due to the fact that, unlike the 4x4, you've got a little bit more time to think about how you're doing. You got to run 2 laps instead of 1, and then you hand off the baton. So it's not maybe as exciting as the 4x4, but it is pretty darn exciting.
Yeah, I do say that this is one of my favorite events to start off with. Gives you a good sense of, I don't know, just feels normal because when we end this, we also go in a meter relay. I believe that is also a 4x800, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember, but.
So, Sean, they're about 200 meters into their second lap. They're coming around, and then we're going to watch this exchange pretty closely. Luckily, today I have quite the view, quite the angle, so I'll be able to tell you if an exchange is a little wobbly or if it was clean or a little in between or what have you.
Seems like that Penn runner is trying to pass
Come on,
up.
Reed! Let's go, Reed! Come on, Reed!
Concord.
Come on, Reed! You got it! Go,
He
Reed!
does do that successfully. About to get that handoff. Pretty good handoff from Penn and Concord as Concord trying to speed up to catch up. Keeping a good equidistant speed from each other. Mishawaka getting that handoff.
Yeah, that Plonsky Merchant handoff was pretty good. Colin Merchant was able to take that baton right away as he was in stride. It's pretty clean, and hopefully it'll help him here in this 4x8.
Those two lead athletes are turning that far end corner. There's been no, I think they might have gapped each other a little bit. There hasn't been much change in their speed as of late. See that Penn athlete getting that second lap of his through, and Concord right on his heels.
Colin Merchant making his way past me, finishing up his first lap.
Concord passing him up.
So looks like Mishawaka's in pretty good shape. We got Devin Kruger down here asking me what I'm doing. If anybody here is wondering what I'm doing, I'm on the line just providing commentary, getting a different angle for everybody watching. And then I'll be doing some interviews as well.
Oh, crap. Colin's coming up.
As you can see, the Penn runners in the lead. Concord very few meters behind, getting ready for his exchange as well. Both of them pretty clean.
Penn's got a Great lap on Concord. As Penn is already going down the stretch, and Concord now coming over that bend to get on the straightaway with him. Seems like they might have about 50-meter distance from each other, about? Maybe 30.
Sean, it may appear to you right now that the Elkhart runner and the Mishawaka runner, for the two neck and neck, and you would be 100% right. It looks even closer from down here. I mean, they are neck and neck, almost literally.
That Penn runner, that Penn athlete already coming for his second lap as Concord has gained maybe 10 meters trying to catch up to him. Turn around that bend, as you can see. Mishawaka and Elkhart finally turning that bend and going down the straightaway.
Cole Danner is a Mishawaka runner right now for their third leg of this 4x8 relay. And he's really trying to stay on the hip of that Elkhart runner. He's got 400 meters left. This last lap will be important, and then you got that final leg, Sean, with Nasser Farr and the freshman phenom. And he's going to try to bring home something for the Cavemen.
Seems like that Concord athlete is catching up on the heel of the Penn athlete around this last bend. Ooh, he actually did catch up quite a bit of speed there. Seems like they only have about a maybe 5-meter gap. And that's closing quickly. His handoff might make the difference.
Let's go, Jack!
Both Concord and Penn are now in their final leg of the relay.
Concord trying to keep on the hip of that Penn athlete so they don't get that gigantic difference.
Old Danaher finishing up his last few meters, getting ready to get off to Nasser Farr.
Good handoff too, right?
Yeah, Sean, that was as clean of a handoff as you can get there. But Nasser has a lot of work to do as Concord and Penn are still very, very close to one another, and they've got quite the lead right now. There's a lot of separation between those two runners and Nasser Farhan right now.
Concord trying to push past Penn, but didn't try hard enough. Penn gets first, Concord in second, and I believe that is Riley High School coming in for their handoff here.
Yeah, so Riley High School a little bit behind. They're trying to get something going. Really, at this point, they're kind of running for dignity, but that's okay. At a certain point, you got to remember reps are reps, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not so far in passing me by right now, Sean, finishing up his first 400 meters. One more lap to go.
Riley right behind him.
Still a lot of ground to make up for, Sean, as Concord and Penn kind of in their own worlds right now, and it's very, very close. Concord making a push. It's going to come down to the last few meters, Sean.
Let's see it. Concord get past Penn. It doesn't seem like it. Concord lost some gas at that low last maybe 20 meters and just couldn't push past. Still a very good race out of those two.
Nasser Farhan making his final turn after, I'm sure, noticing that the Penn runner got the win for his relay team and Concord followed shortly after. Right now, he's just trying to seal his place at third for the Cavemen's relay team.
That Riley athlete finally passed him, get his second lap. Mishawaka athlete finishing up his second lap and locking in, I believe that'd be third place.
Yep, third place.
Elkhart with a solid 4.
And the Elkhart line runner will also finish up his final 400. So the top 4 is solidified. I guess the top 5 is as well, as the Riley runner in his last 400 meters. That was quite the kickoff to the event, huh, Sean?
Yes, I do. I always say this. I believe the 4x800 meter relay is a great way to start off the day. It's a simple one. It's entertaining to watch. And, can't go wrong with a 4x800.
Yeah, and I feel like, even though events all have their differences, right? I feel like the 4x8 is almost the perfect event to set the tone for a track meet.
As you can see, that Riley runner doing that final push of that 50 meters to get his solid 5th place. Finishing with a time of 10:05.
This is the first call for correction. There is no first call at the moment. At this particular moment, it's time for us to honor our Mishawaka track and field seniors.
Here are your times there. Penn A with a 8 minute and 7.08. Concord A with 8:07.56. Mishawaka A with 8:46.72.
Line up at the south gate. As soon as the senior families are lined up at the south gate,
8:56.61,
we'll
and
begin
that
with
South
the
Bend
honoring
Riley
of Cape Bend
athlete with
senior
10:05.51. That Penn and Concord was super close, only about half a second difference there, which is quite extraordinary, honestly. You love to see it. You love to see those close numbers and those final scores. So we will be doing senior night here in a short little while. Quite the meet to do senior night, especially with 7 teams here.
Hey, Sean, sorry about that. Had to take a little bit of a hiatus, try to figure some things out. We're going to have those interviews of the winners here. First, we'll get the podium, and then they're going to go straight from the podium to me. And then I'm going to go ahead and ask them a little bit about that close stretch, and then we'll move on our way to the next event.
Yep. That next event is the boys 110-meter hurdles. There will be 3 separate sections of that. Another pretty good event to have in the beginning. These first events definitely give you a sense of how the entire event's going to go. The 4x800 gives you the idea of the handoffs and how long some of these events could be, because we do have those 1,600 meter runs, which do take quite a bit. Then you of course got the hurdles, which just shows you what the hurdles do. And all the while, we still have those people doing hurdles, or not hurdles, pardon me, pole vault and long jump. So, pretty good event. Event starts. For that boys 110-meter hurdles, in the first section, we'll have in lane 4, Mason Green from Mishawaka. In lane 5, James Heinzelman for Penn. In lane 6, Cameron Rainwald for Concord. And then lane 7, we'll have Alejandro Ramirez for Elkhart. Quick shout out to everyone working tonight. We got, of course, Daniel Phillips on the sidelines, Dylan Baylor taking photos for us. We have Cam Stokes taking photos for us. We have Williams here working the TriCaster. We have Karma Johnson here working top camera to focus on Daniel. And then we have Mackenzie Finn down there working the camera for following the entire races or events. Still waiting for those seniors to come out for senior night. Another quick shout out to Caden Siders for running those papers up for me, so I can at least give you the names of people running.
Third place, Mishawaka. In second place, surpassing the league record with 8 minutes, 7.56 seconds.
It's getting a little dreary out there today. Hopefully it doesn't start raining sooner than we hope. Seems like our seniors are over there, already about lined up for senior night. Probably just waiting for the few. There you go, people on the podium. Did not notice that was happening. As you can see, there are all of our seniors lined up. Josh Hepburn back there. Shout out to Josh Hepburn. Feels quite weird to work on a day where you didn't have school. Woke up really late, was like, I have work. And then just got ready. So, quite the eventful day here today.
All right, Sean, we've got the Penn Kingsmen down here, the 4x8 relay team. Looks like we're ready. Are we good to go, Sean?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right. Okay, I've got the first place winners of the 4x8 relay here, the Penn Kingsmen. They have conquered a record here that's been set for a while at the Caveman Classic for the 4x8 relay. This is the man who ran the last leg for the Penn Kingsmen. What was your mindset when you were kind of neck and neck with the Concord runner?
Just keep it up, keep pushing. I can hear my team on the sidelines cheer me on. And that's about it, yeah.
So you guys got the record now for the Caveman Classic, this prestigious event. What does that feel like?
It feels great. We just got to keep breaking records and stuff.
And you've got a long season ahead of you, the spring, but it kind of feels short sometimes, and it's a lot you want to get done. What are some of those things?
I'll just say keep breaking 2 in the 800 and push my teammates with me.
All right, the first place Penn Kingsman, the 4x8 relay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, Sean.
You can tell that he definitely ran.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. I mean, that 800 meters, it does a lot to you, I'm sure.
I'm sure we'll probably see him later on tonight running 2A if he runs different events.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the relay, we talked about the exchange all the time, Sean, the baton exchange. There's so much pressure on it, and you want to make sure you don't drop it because you can risk disqualification and things like that. So, and plus the relay, you're relying on 3 other guys to help carry your team to victory as a whole. So it's really fun to watch, but I'm sure it's very stressful for the athletes.
Yeah, especially because if you don't make that handoff, you don't make it. You don't get a score there.
Right.
So you gotta make sure every handoff is smooth and butter. We're gonna get started off here with senior night very, very soon. Just waiting for the go ahead from the coaches and other people down there. Quite windy up here. Sorry if you can hear the wind. Oh. Sorry, it's spring season, pollen in the air. Messing with my nose a little bit, but we push through. Still waiting on the go ahead. Don't worry about that little glitch in the bottom of your screen. That's us trying to get that scoreboard up. That's our little timer thing. Don't worry, your TV did not just break, or your phone, whatever you're watching on. PlayStation, who knows? Could be on Nintendo DS for all I know. While we're waiting, shout out to our sponsors, Forte Waterproofing. They sponsor, I believe, most of our athletic programs. Then we do have, of course, Burton's Laundry for all your dry cleaning needs, or if you need a coin-operated washer or dryer and you need to clean your clothes like that, they got you. They can also, I believe, they can pick up and deliver your clothes, so you don't have to leave if you're busy. And they keep these streams free to watch, so you don't have to pay a paywall every day to watch every caveman sport video.
Hey, sugar.
That's track athlete, pole vaulter, Aris Kohler saying hi to Sean.
Hey,
Shout
you
out
can
to
hear me
Eric
though?
Kohler. I can hear you.
He can hear you. He just wanted to say hi. We're waiting for senior night to start down here too, Sean. I know it's kind of, I'm not really sure what cue we're looking for, but. Aris Kohler wants to know if you saw him pole vaulting, Sean.
I did not. I was not looking over there.
He didn't see you. But yeah, so senior night should be kicking off here shortly. Really not sure what we're waiting for. Maybe we're trying to get everybody, all the families and things like that. But hopefully we get it started soon here.
I hope we do get started soon. You can see some of the familiar faces from school. You got Jacob Beal there in the front. You got, of course, Josh Hepburn, some football players out there, bunch of different people out there. Can't remember their names, though, sadly. Quite the break here. We do still have some one event going off, which is the long jump. An Elkhart Lion just did his jump. Did I say caveman lion? I'm not 100% sure if I said that or if I said an Elkhart Lion, but well, okay. I got confirmation that I said Elkhart. There you go, 2025 MHS Track Senior Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's senior night, and we are honoring our senior athletes and managers here in Steel Stadium. These Mishawaka cavemen are the class of 2025. Our first honoree is not here. He's running in the Flashes Showcase in the lead set of district races. He's running in the 1600 at Franklin Central, but we'll introduce him nonetheless. It's Liam Bauschke. The events he runs are the 4x800, 800-meter runs, 1600, and 3200-meter runs. His major achievements are a three-time state qualifier. He will attend IU Bloomington, and his favorite track memory was a spring break trip to New Mexico with teammates. His advice for the guys next year: enjoy your time with your teammates. Liam Bauschke. Now our first honoree, present and accounted for, Jacob Beal. Jacob is in his third year of track. His events are shot put and discus. He is in the Computer Science Honor Society. He has 2 years varsity experience, and he said he finally learned to throw a disc properly. He plans to attend Ball State this spring and study music production. His favorite memory is the big man relay, even though he threw up. Just to have fun and compete is what he tells his guys, and if you give the effort, you love the sport, the fun will come. Jacob Beal. Our next honoree is Alex Germany. Alex is accompanied by Amy Germany. He has 1 year track. His events are the 100 and 200-meter dashes, the 4x400-meter relay, and the long jump. He plans to play football at Manchester University, and he will graduate with academic honors. His favorite memory is winning his first race of his senior year. His advice to the guys: have fun. Alex Germany. Jacob Goller. Jacob is accompanied by John Goller and Tanya Longacre. He's had 4 years in track. He's running the 100 and 200-meter dashes, the 4x100 and 4x400-meter relays. His achievement is the 4-year track award and running in the NLC meet last year. He plans to attend DePaul University studying kinesiology and running track. His favorite memory is running and hanging out with the team at the Shamrock Invite last year. His His advice for the guys is to always push yourself and have fun. It goes by fast. Jacob Goller. Josh Hepburn is our next honoree. He is accompanied by Charles Vogel. He has 1 year in track. His events are high jump, 100-meter dash, and the 4x100-meter relay. He's going to be a coach, or he's going to be in Coach Shaw's class. That's his major achievement and honor. And his plans for next year are to go to trade school, to be HVAC, that's heating, ventilation, and air conditioning certified at trade school. When Coach Shaw played basketball, is his favorite memory. It was a Friday and he schooled us all. He was amazing, according to Josh. His advice is make sure the locker room's clean, pick up after yourself and take care of it. And remember, how you do some things is how you do everything. Take pride in doing things right. Josh Hepburn. Brady Hooten. Brady is accompanied by Todd and Cindy Hooten. He has 4 years in track. His events are the pole vault, the 4x400, and the 4x100 relays. Major achievement is making the varsity 4x400 meter relay, and his plans for next year is to become an electrician. And he has advice for his guys to cherish every moment. Brady Hooten. Our next honoree is not here, but we'll announce and honor him nonetheless. Brady Newsom. Brady is at the UNB spring football game this weekend. Brady has 4 years in track. The events include the 4x400 and 4x100 meter relays and the 400 and 200 meter dash. He lists as his major achievement going to state my junior year, and he plans to attend UND to play football and to study nursing. His favorite track memory is hanging out in our hotel room during state and riding scooters downtown. Advice, if anything, that he gives to the guys next year is to work hard, but good things will happen. Brady Newsom. Josh Sandy. Josh is accompanied by Bobby Dunham and Joe Hunsberger. He's been in track 4 years. His events are the 100, 10, and 300 meter hurdles. His major achievement is a 4-year track award, Senior Excellence Dinner. Plans for next year, run track, and study kinesiology at DePaul University. His memory that he likes the most is winning my first races and beating Jacob Goller in everything. Have fun and run every event like it's your last, he tells his underclassmen. Josh Sandy. The next two honorees are not here, but we'll announce their names nonetheless. The first is Sebastian Van Skyhawk. He is a thrower, shot put, and discus. He wants to become a locksmith, and he likes playing basketball on Friday. That's his favorite track memory. And his advice is, what you give is what you get. That's Sebastian Van Skyhawk. And also Skylar Van Skyhawk. He is celebrating his 4th year in track. He participates in the high jump and the 110 and 300 meter hurdles. His major achievement is a state qualifier as a sophomore and a junior. His plans for next year are unknown, and his favorite moment in track is having such incredible hurdles coaching from the likes of Coach Shaw and Coach Thomas. Advice he wants to give to the guys: listen to Coach Shaw and pay attention to Sports U. That's an app for the athletes to tell them where they need to be and what they need to be doing. And have a sense of urgency about getting the things you need to get done. Don't put it off. Skylar Van Skyhawk. Our next honoree is Spencer Weston. He is accompanied by Mr. Brayton. He has 1 year in track. His events are the high jump, the the 100-meter dash, and the 4x400-meter relay. His plans next year to study biology in college, and his favorite track memory is high jumping at practice with friends. His advice, live in the moment and don't take it for granted. Spencer Weston. And our final honoree for senior night, a class of 2025, Tammy Vance. Tammy is accompanied by Liz Jewett. She was a team photographer for all 4 years in track, and her plans for next year are to attend Indiana State University to study sports management. Favorite track memory is taking photos of my older brother at state finals my freshman year, Tammy Vance. Ladies and gentlemen, please take this time to take some pictures of and give a hearty round of applause to our 2025 senior honoree.
And there you have it. That's our class of 2025 senior honorees. Absolutely amazing. There's the whole squad.
We'll have our running event first call for the 110-meter hurdle.
Now, since it's been so long, I will also read off the boys' 110-meter hurdles. In lane 4, we'll have Mason Green for Mishawaka. In lane 5, we'll have James Heitzelman. Sorry. I don't know why I did so much. Heitzelman for Penn. Cameron Reinwald in lane 6 for Concord. And Alejandro Ramirez for Elkhart in lane 7. Quite the wait, I won't lie. Quite the wait we had to do. But great to see senior night. So cloudy, stadium lights have already turned on. It's only about 5:40, 5:50 right now. 5:44.
Remember, for the running events athletes, no matter where your starting point is, our sign-in check-in point is at the north side of the track. That would be the side of the track opposite of the school front, and it is where the gates open up in the stadium and opens up to the residential area. For those of you
Daniel Phillips over there by Eris Kohler, giving us a little wave. There you go, pole vaulter. Ooh, perfect vault by, I believe that would be O'Reilly. No, that would not be O'Reilly. I don't believe. I can't tell. I should have looked at the jerseys. Maybe a little colorblind. As you can see, a Penn athlete right there. Going to do his little, not little, sorry, his long jump. Ooh. Very, very good long jump there. I believe that is Rendell Sr. over there helping with the measurements. So shout out to our director's father over there helping out. How you doing over there, Daniel?
I'm doing okay. We're mingling with people, making sure people are ready for events, and then talking to potential winners of events, saying, hey, a perk of winning is you get the cool T-shirts, yes, but you also get an interview with me.
You can see another Penn athlete doing a long jump. Ooh,
I don't think we're gonna get rained on.
I hope not.
Coach Shaw.
Coach Shaw doesn't think we're going to get rained on, so that's good news. If he doesn't think so, then I trust it.
I was just saying, it's so cloudy out here. The stadium lights are already on.
Yeah, it is.
Which is quite funny because it's only about 5:50 now.
Looks like we're going to be starting with the 110 hurdles here soon. Guys are getting prepped.
We will have 3 sections of that boys 110-meter hurdle.
Sean, I got bad news. I did just feel a raindrop.
Oh no.
I'm feeling a couple. I don't know. We're going to see what happens, though. Hopefully we'll be
we hope
okay.
it misses us. We hope.
We've got a few guys that are excited here, Sean, to be potentially interviewed on the podcast. Some people are excited, asking me, hey, you're with the Mishawaka Network, right? Am I going to be on air or whatever? And then I'm like, hey, if you win.
Yeah. So we can see Rendell down there beside you.
Mr. Rendell is here. Oh, he's on the video board, too. Wow. Mr. Rendell.
Repping the Burns shirt.
Burns Laundry, shout out.
Yep. Love it when he reps.
Start at 6 o'clock.
Sean, looks like we'll be ready to get going at 6 o'clock is what I've been told.
Okay.
So right now we're getting the field events going. You see pole vault, high jump, long jump. I guess long jump, I believe, is just wrapped up. You see Mr. Dave Rendell over there helping out over with the long jump, along with a few other coaches. Oh yeah, Coach Sheltraw, JV football and basketball coach here at Mishawaka High School, is helping out as well.
I feel like everyone's helping out today.
We got a few raindrops, Sean, down here, but hopefully the clouds pass through without too much rainfall.
Yeah, we just hope it misses us. But knowing our area, we'll probably get hit with it. But
Yeah.
hopefully it's not too bad and not too long. And hopefully there's no thunder.
But folks, for when the 110 hurdles do take place, you'll have 3 different heats. So that'll be interesting. We'll have the pleasure of seeing 3 different heats of the 110 hurdles, a pretty electrifying event as well.
And both the first and second one will have Mishawaka, Penn, Concord, and Elkhart running.
Let's see.
I already called out Section 1's runners, but in Section 2, in Lane 3, we'll have Landon Sider for Mishawaka. In Lane 4, Noah Hops for Penn. And in Lane 5, Dave Bryan Emerson for Concord. And in Lane 6, Sebasti Marquez for Elkhart.
You know what I mean? You could go check the list here. Replace it.
Sean, I'm actually going to make my way over to where the hurdlers will be beginning their event. Just kind of, check with things, see if anybody's not participating last minute or we've got an estimated time to start or things like that. So I'll be back with you shortly, get some information as well.
All right. Sounds good. Great to have this concession stand finally back open here at Steel Stadium. They were closed for the few track meets before spring break. Now if you come here, you can have great snacks. I heard there's a new option. It's our very own Grace Dog crazed dog? A crazed dog, which is our very own Mr. Buckman's pulled pork on a hot dog with some sort of sauce. I believe it would be barbecue. We do not know, but and jalapeno peppers on it, which sounds bomb. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds very, very good. So if you come out, just make sure to get one of the crazed dogs down in the concession stands. Can't go wrong with a
1,500-meter run.
can't go wrong with a hot dog, you know.
Second call.
Hey, Sean, I got some information for you now regarding long jump, actually. Hurdles are still scheduled to start about 6 o'clock. But long jump, we've got an athlete named Brevard from Niles, who's leading right now with a long jump of 21.7, which is pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
And as I'm sure you can hear, it is pretty windy down here.
Yeah, the wind seems to be messing with your mic a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm
Hopefully
trying
the
to.
wind dies down.
Luckily, I've got that earpiece, so like if I hear the cutout, then I can just kind of time it out the right.
This evening.
We have about 7 minutes until the hurdles are scheduled to start. Quite the wait. So while we wait, today was a 4-day week here at Mishawaka High School due
Yep.
to Good Friday.
A 3-day weekend, which is nice.
I'm sure a lot of the athletes are very happy they didn't have to go to school today.
Yeah, I'm sure too. You get more time to just kind of relax before you have to get ready to get to the stadium and prep for a big event. Yeah. Trevin Gogler just won his second rep of the long jump here. Both look pretty good.
Of course, Easter coming around the corner on April 20th.
Yep.
Quite a day. I'm going to be going to church with my friend for
Oh.
Easter because I've been postponing for so long to go to church with him.
It's always nice.
You can see some of the athletes prepping back there, stretching their leg.
Yep.
Some, doing their starts, see how fast they can go, so they can get prepped and make sure they don't, mess up that takeoff.
Right, and those hurdles are tough. You miss it, you fall on that track, get some track burn, it hurts. As I'm sure you probably already mentioned, Sean, Mason Green of Mishawaka will be the only Mishawaka athlete participating in that first heat. His heat time is 18:17, so we'll see how he fares. Maybe he'll get a new PR here today.
The highest PR, or the lowest PR, being from a Penn athlete, James Heitzelman, with 16.67. So about 2 seconds quicker than our own athlete, but hopefully we see some PRs being broken here today. You love to see the PRs being broke.
Got about 5 minutes, Sean, until 6 o'clock here in Mishawaka, Indiana. And right now, the high jump is currently jumping at 5 feet, 10 inches. A few days ago, Sean, we had the U.S. record holder for indoor high jump here in Steel Stadium when Warsaw came to town and participated in a double duel meet with both Mishawaka and Goshen. And his record, Sean, is 7 feet and 2.25 inches.
Oof.
He's getting that high off the ground, no pole, no nothing. Just the run and start, and he takes liftoff.
That's quite the insane vertical, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think your vertical is?
Unfortunately, I am aware of what my vertical officially is. I am around 26, 27 inches, so not great.
Definitely better than mine, though.
Hey, people that can get up there and have high verticals, I mean, hey, my hat goes off to you. A lot of admiration there because I don't understand how some people just float like that in the air.
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure the highest vertical jump in the NBA is about 53 or 58. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little bit since I looked that up.
Man, that's a lot. I've seen some 47s, 48s in the league. I didn't know there was anybody over 50. That's pretty wild. I know Michael never got over 48 inches, but that was already about 30 years ago in his prime. So I'm sure that he will surpass 50 already.
Of course, I'm sure I'm probably misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it was that. Because I was watching a Adrian Harding video, and he was testing his vertical, and he got about 46, 47. Which made him, like, if he was in the NBA, he would have been, like, second place.
Wow.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I think if you can jump anything over, like, 4 feet in the air, you got it. Or 3 feet in the air, you got it. You got it. You can have that.
Yeah, right.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to let you do you.
Yeah, and I think the perception is, man, surely I can jump a couple feet in the air, and then you find out that it's not as easy as you think.
You can see all those athletes at their starting position. We got T-minus 2 minutes till we take off here for the 110-meter hurdles.
Got a couple minutes. Sean, that kid that I was telling you about, the athlete from Warsaw, his name is Jordan Randall. He clears 7 feet here on Wednesday in the double duel meet, and he almost clears 7.3.
And they're off. Ooh, Penn keeping a great takeoff and a great lead on Concord. Mishawaka in third place with Elkhart in fourth. Penn crosses that finish line, followed by Concord and Mishawaka. Quite the run. That Penn athlete is very skilled, though he did knock over one hurdle.
Yeah, he was moving fast. And it looks like Mason Green, the junior, took third, which is nice to see.
See some of those times here in a moment. There we go. Penn Heitzelman for Penn, Heitzelman with 16.17. For Concord, Ryan Wald with 17.18. And then Mason Green from Mishawaka with 18.72. So it does seem that Penn athlete did beat his PR of 16.67. Quite a good PR.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We'll be getting off to this second heat, of course, with Landon Snyder from Mishawaka in lane 3. In lane 4, Noah Hoppers for Penn. Lane 5, DeBrine Emerson for Concord. And then lane 6, Sebasti Marquez for Elkhart. You know, I know we had a conversation about who would be the fastest track runner, but who do you think is the fastest in the longs? Who do you think could get from one end of the football field to the other, the fastest?
I don't know. I guess I have to go to our 100-meter runners, and I would probably say either Braden Plosky or Brady Newsom. That's who I'd say would get across the football field.
I do think that too, and they're off.
Landon Snyder is somebody who has a lot of experience getting across the football field.
Ooh, Concord having a bad hit on his shin. I believe that'd be Mishawaka, Penn, and then Elkhart in third. Concord seems to have gotten an injury getting over that hurdle. A bad hit to the knee, it looks like.
Yeah, and the
Holy
trainers,
shit.
they're checking them out now.
Oh, his shoe also ripped.
Now you.
I hope he's okay. Seems like he's good though. He's walking off.
Yeah, he's walking it off.
So that was Heat 2. Now we're on Heat 3, the final heat of this event. We'll have in lane 2, Cade Trakowski for Elkhart. In lane 3, Austin Fugner in lane 3 for South Bend Riley. In lane 4, Shamar Sampers for Penn. In lane 5, Aiden McCary for Niles. In lane 6, Ernest Jennings for Concord. In lane 7, Josh Sandy for Mishawaka. And then in lane 8, Lyle Shabley for Edwardsburg. I believe that is the first Edwardsburg runner we've seen here tonight. Yeah. So quite the event. Niles holds that PR. Aiden McCary with 15.20. Quite the speed. So we'll love to see how they how each team fares out here. Having all 7 out. All 7 teams out that is. Seems like they're going to get it started off here in a moment. And they're off. Ooh. I believe Josh Sandy's either in 3rd or 4th. Penn getting 3rd or 4th. Concord getting 2nd for sure. And I believe that first runner was Edwardsburg, but I'm not 100% sure. Who was that first runner down there, David?
I wasn't able to catch that there. Who crossed the finish line first? It was kind of close.
Again,
Actually.
final call.
Maybe I think that first place winner was actually Niles.
I'm actually gonna help with hurdles here in a second. I'm gonna help the track athletes get the hurdles. You know.
Cookies on
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
Get the full track experience. You know, show 'em.
Yup.
It's never a bad thing. I don't know, like, how I'm supposed to do it though, but we're gonna figure it out though. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there they are. So, yes, I was correct. In first place, McCary for Niles with 15.39. In second place, Jennings for Concord with 15.96. And then Josh Sandy from
There we
Mishawaka
go.
with 16.34. Then, of course, Penn, 4th. South Bend Riley, 5th. Elkhart, 6th. And Edwardsburg, 7th.
So Mishawaka's Josh Sandy gets 3rd place. Not bad. Always want to be on that podium.
The next event is the boys 100-meter dash. There will be 3 sections to this one as well. we will have in lane 2, Chance Jacobs for Edwardsburg. In lane 3, Brady Hooten for Mishawaka. In lane 4, William Danner for Concord. In lane 5, Jameson Bertram for Elkhart. In lane 6, Ruben Rutland for Penn. In lane 7, Alex Anderson for Niles. And then in lane 8, Jackson Murray for South Bend Riley. Pardon me if I say any names incorrect.
There will be 3 heats of the 100-meter dash.
Hey, Sean, I know the mic is cutting out quite a bit. We're trying to figure it out.
I think it might just be I think it's just a weather thing, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, the wind is definitely not helping us right now, but we'll be okay.
Seems like we've set up the hurdles around the podium.
We have results for the boys 110
Quite
meter
funny.
hurdles. In 3rd place from Penn, James Heitzelman.
Oh, wait.
In 2nd place from Concord, Ernest Jennings. And with a winning time of 15.39 seconds from Niles, Aiden McCary. Congratulations, Vikings.
And right now, I just got our official placements for the boys 110 meter hurdles. We got for section 1 in 1st place, James Heitzelman for Penn. In 2nd place, Cameron Reinwald for Concord. And in 3rd, Mason Green for Mishawaka. And 4th, Alejandro Ramirez for Elkhart. And they're off for the 100-meter dash. Concord, Penn getting that 1st place with the Concord. Quite hard to tell who's in what place because they're all so even. But a great little sprint from the athletes out there. So in section 2 of the boys 110 meter hurdles, we have 1st place Noah Hops for Penn. In 2nd place, Landon Snyder for Mishawaka. In 3rd place, Sebastian Marquez for Elkhart. And the 4th place did not finish. In section 3, in 1st place, we have Aiden McCary for Niles. In 2nd place, Ernest Jennings for Concord. And 3rd, Josh Sandy for Mishawaka. Now the boys 110 meter hurdles. Again, we have to, the first 3 players are Aiden McCary for Niles, Ernest Jennings for Concord, and James Heitzelman for Penn. Those are your placements for the finals. Current scores, Penn with 110, Concord with 82, South Bend Riley with 40, Edwardsburg with 12, Mishawaka with 86, Elkhart with 71, and Niles with 24. I'm not very versed in Niles because I don't believe we do any other events against Niles besides track. Am I correct, Daniel?
Well, actually, Sean, the Caveman boys varsity baseball team just took Niles not too long ago, and sometimes we'll occasionally face them in girls or boys basketball. So we have a few. They're certainly not in our conference.
For the second heat of boys 100-meter dash, we have in lane 2, Cameron Davis for South Bend Riley. In lane 3, Malachi Brown for Mishawaka. In lane 4, we'll have Peyton Gordon for Niles. In lane 5, we'll have Cohen Turner for Penn. In lane 6, Charisse Weberland for Concord. In lane 7, Alonzo Newborn for Elkhart. In lane 8, Chance Kowitsky for Edwardsburg. Oh, Penn getting that first by quite the sprint there. That was insanely quick.
Yeah, the Penn athlete. I mean, just if you were down here, Sean, you'd understand what I'm saying right now. When I'm saying he flew by quick, I mean he flew by quick.
I almost couldn't finish saying the name before he won.
I'll tell you, Sean, this win is something else.
You know, even in the, oh, there we go. In first place, you got Turner for Penn with 10.96 or 5. Newbern for Elkhart with 11.14, and then Brevard for Concord with 11.30. And that is a PR set for that Penn athlete. Along with that, along with the, I don't know. My brain just cut off. Anyway, for the last heat, we'll have in lane 2, Sam Rucker for Niles. Lane 3, Jacob Geller for Mishawaka. Lane 4, Zachary Anderson for Penn, Elkhart. And then in lane 5, Kellen Watson for Penn. In lane 6, Jerron Thomas for Concord. In lane 7, Frederick Senti for Edwardsburg. And in lane 8, Mekhi McMillan for South Bend Riley.
Sean, Jacob Geller is also somebody I put in that conversation of, you know, running one of our fastest runners here at Mishawaka, and he's going to showcase it here. He's in lane 3, as you said. His seated time 11:63. You know, it's not in the 10s like the Penn or Concord runner, Kellen Watson or Jaron Thomas. He's still pretty quick.
After this, we will have the boys' 1,600-meter run, which is a very long event, so we might have a break in the middle of that. As you can see, Concord taking the lead with Elkhart right behind them, Penn falling back quite a bit. Seems like the Penn athlete slowed down a lot there after someone passed him. That Concord athlete was very quick. We will have 19 athletes running the 1,600-meter relay. So while we wait for those scores to update, I'll get that started off. In lane 1, Jackson Meyer for Concord. In lane 2, Tanner Mamalenti for Penn. In lane 3, Jack Ryan for Penn. In lane 4, Reed Solers for Concord. In lane 5, Jack Scalise for Penn. In lane 6, Bu Kurtdahl for Niles. In lane 7, Ernest McLean for Elkhart. In lane 8, Cole Danaher for Mishawaka. In lane 9, John Lath for Edwardsburg. By the way, when those score update, you can cut into me if you want. In lane 10, Peyton Shanholt for Elkhart. In lane 11, Nathan Sharp for Elkhart. In lane 12, Riley Sisley for Edwardsburg. In lane 13, Alejandro Gonzalez for Concord. In lane 14, Ethan Ferguson for Edwardsburg. In lane 15, Lucas Dendui for Mishawaka. In lane 16, Shiloh Macon for Mishawaka. In lane 17, Jacob Erickson for Niles. In lane 18, Everett Maurer for South Bend Riley. And in lane 19, Adolfo Sanchez Perez for Niles. Oh, here are your scores. In first place, Thomas for Concord with 11.09. Anderson for Elkhart with 11.39. And then third place, Rucker for Niles with 11.96. Quite the speed on these runners or athletes. Quite the pack of athletes there. Only 3 Mishawaka athletes out there. For that boys 100 meter dash, I just stabbed myself with my own pen. First place, we got Cohen Turner for Penn. In second place, we got Jerron Thomas for Concord. And third, Alonzo Newbern for Elkhart. Team rankings right now, Penn with 157, Concord with 139, Elkhart with 131, Mishawaka with 118, South Bend Riley with 70, Niles with 67, and then Edwardsburg with 37. That's the team rankings for the men's varsity. And then combined team scores for varsity, only 3 events scored. Penn with 157, Concord 139, Elkhart with 131, Mishawaka 118, South Bend Riley with 70, Niles with 67, and Edwardsburg with 37. And as you can see, we have kicked off now. This is a 1,600 meter run, so quite the long one. That is, I believe, 4 laps. Oh, try to throw something away, and I just threw it on the floor. There we go.
Attention, the top 3 finishers in the 110-meter hurdles and the top 3 finishers in the 100-meter dash.
Seems like Concord is kind of sandwiching 2 Penn athletes. Concord in the lead. We'll keep that time up for you so you guys know how long this race has been going on for. Should only go about for like 5 minutes. And as you can hear, Daniel Phillips has come back. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing okay. We're trying to still figure out the situation, but we're getting under control a little bit. We switched the batteries, and hopefully that'll help a little bit, so I can, speak to you and the viewers a little bit more.
Well, it sounds good right now, so let's hope it keeps it that way.
I hope so. 1,600 run is actually one of my favorite to watch, especially since I know I couldn't do it very well as these guys do it.
I don't think I'd be able to run it. Oh, you can do it! I might be able to, walk it, for sure. Not run it.
We got Cole. We We got some familiar faces down here. Cole Danaher, Shiloh Macon. I believe that's Lucas Dindu as well. Some of our better distance runners, but we're gonna start interviewing some people, Sean. I'll be back to you shortly.
All right. So as you heard, Daniel Phillips will be getting one of those, I believe, the first place athlete, which will be a Niles athlete, on air and ask him some questions, hopefully, if he agrees. I believe this is the final lap. Two Penn athletes in the lead with two Concord athletes behind them. I believe the nearest Mishawaka athlete would be 14th place, but still a very good run out of everyone here today.
Sean, unfortunately, the winner of the 110 hurdles is going to opt out of the interview, but he's definitely tired, which is completely understandable, and still crazy that he got that win here at the Cayman Classic.
Those are the first and second place Penn athletes about to cross the finish line. Getting a solid first and second for their team. Concord getting that third and fourth. Elkhart athlete trying to pass up that Penn athlete. Penn athlete finishes right before he could, followed by a Riley athlete, another Concord athlete, two, I believe that is Elkhart, third Elkhart, fourth Elkhart. Then two Mishawaka athletes running side by side as they finish. Another Elkhart athlete, or I believe those other blues are actually Concord, and then another Mishawaka athlete. Final two athletes finally crossing the finish line. That'd be a Niles athlete and a Riley athlete. Next event will be the 4x100 meter relay. Get you those times here in a moment. The final Niles athlete finally coming in, passing the finish line.
Athletes and coaches, this is the final call for the 4x100 meter relay. Second call for 400 meter dash.
Quite the nice breeze coming in here, actually. It's quite hot up here in the press box here in Steel Stadium. Quite fatigued, quite tired. Gonna wait for the updates before I tell you the people running the 4x100 meter relay.
Please come to the podium after the 4x100 meter relay, like the minimum row running on two. Remember,
Believe we only have about 6 or 7 more events. Pardon me. 8 events. Nope, 7. Sorry, I'm counting the boys' high jumps still. Waiting for those score updates here. Well, while we wait for them, the boys 4x100 meter relay in South Bend Riley A will have Cameron Davis handing off to Zaylin Allen, handing off to Juan Gomez, who will hand off to Mikai McMillan. Then we will have Mishawaka, Malachi Brown, handing off to Brady Hooten, who will hand off to Jacob Geller, who will hand off to Ashton Horston. There we go. And while here you go, here are the scores. Boys 1600 meter relay. In first place we have Mamalinci for Penn. In second, Ryan for Penn. And then third, Meyer for Concord. Back to the 4x100. For Niles, we'll have Sam Rucker handing off to Alex Anderson, who will hand off to Andre Wells, who will hand off to Peyton Gordon. For Elkhart, we have Zachary Anderson handing off to Anthony Leonard, my bad, who will hand off to Alfonso Newbern, who will hand off to Alonzo Newbern. And then there's 4 other athletes. So we'll have to see who actually lines up for this one. For Penn, you'll have Brian Forbes handing off to Cohen Turner, who will hand off to Ruben Rutland, who will hand off to Kellen Watson. Then Concord, we have another one with 8 runners, so we'll just see who will turn up. But we'll have Therese Reverend handing off to William Danner, who will hand off to Simon Lake, who will hand off to Jerron Thomas. And then for Edwardsburg, we have Gio Oru handing off to Chase Karitskis, who will hand off to Cooper Pobuda, who will hand off to Justin Gregory. Here's your first handoff. Concord getting a solid handoff. Elkhart getting a solid handoff. Penn taking off to catch up to Concord. Penn actually passing Concord. Great handoff from Penn. Great handoff from Concord. They are continuing. Concord and Penn running as fast as they can in that first and second place to catch up to each other. Penn getting a good handoff. Concord getting a good handoff. Now head and head trying to get to the first and second place. Concord passing Penn to get that first. And now they're running side by side. Who will get the first and second? I think Penn got that first, but Concord gets second. And then Elkhart Lions get third, I think.
That might be the closest event we may see
I do think so.
all evening. That might be the closest we see all evening, Sean. That was
insane.
very, very close. Penn and Concord are going to be the 2 schools, along with Niles and a little bit of Mishawaka as well, that'll go head-to-head a lot in these events, especially the running events, the track events. The field events, not so much as far as I know, but especially those quick events like the 4x1 and the 100-meter as we've seen and things like that.
Concord and Penn both showing how quick their athletes can be in these events. I mean, they look like they were taking off like bullets. And here are your actual scores. Penn with 42.56, Concord with 42.58.
Additionally, will the top 3
millisecond difference there.
Placers report to the podium.
And then Elkhart with 44.48. Crazy,
Okay.
crazy
The 400-meter
difference.
dash will be set.
I think
in
Penn
3
just got it because of they did a little lean there and crossed that finish line before Concord did. Quite the run there. Quite the relay, I mean.
Yeah. Go 10 over there.
The next event will be 400-meter dash. Go over 3 sections of this. You'll have in lane 3 Trevin Gogler for Mishawaka. In lane 4 Landon Baker for Elkhart. In lane 5 Cohen Wysong for Penn. In lane 7 Connor Ragland for Concord. And in lane 8 Corey Liddell for South Bend Riley.
Trevin Gogler is a junior, like myself, and he's a good athlete. He's a good student, and he's definitely wanting to get a win here. He performed well in the long jump, but obviously the running events mean a lot too. So he's hoping to fare pretty well in this one from Mishawaka.
And I'm sure he probably will. The 400 means 2 laps, correct? Or is that just
400 is just one lap around the track.
Okay. I gotta remember.
400 meters is the one lap around the track, which kind of like makes it a little bit more fun. It's like, you know, you have the all-out sprint for the 100 meter, right? And then, but for the 400 meter, it's still the same thing. You got an all-out sprint if you want a chance to win, or at least on that podium. So you'll see a lot of guys running very, very quick, trying to get around the track as fast as they can for that.
Especially with the Penn and Concord athletes in that mix.
Right. And
Quite the hurdle for some of our athletes out here to pass some of the faster teams.
yeah, some schools just have, you know, they're bigger schools. That means they have other athletes to choose from, and the chances are you're going to find some pretty fast athletes. It's just the way it works. But the Penn athlete, Cohen Wysong, is favored heavily with a seed time of 53:50. So we'll see if anybody can creep up behind him. But he's got almost a 2-second advantage, according to the seed times. And Trevin Gogler is a heavy underdog, but you know that may be working to his advantage actually.
I have the finals here for the 1600 meter relay and the 4x100. Final for the 1600 meter relay, meter run was Tanner Memolenti for Penn, Jack Ryan for Penn, and then Jackson Meyer for
place from Elkhart with a time of 11.
And then for the 4x100 meter relay, we have Penn in first, and there is a correction on the names there. It's not Connor Holmes, it is Michael Holmes for that 4th spot in that Penn team. Then we have Concord in second and Elkhart in third. Now the men varsity team rankings with the 5 events scored. Penn first place with 274. Concord with 239. Elkhart with 209. Mishawaka with 175. Niles with 129. And then South Bend Riley with 97, followed by Edwardsburg with 96. And it seems like those team scores are also the same for the combined team scores. So, you know, quite the event. Here in the second heat, we do have, we haven't even run the first heat, so I don't know. Very confused. I thought we already started. As you can see, though, that's your, as you did see, that was the first place podium. Hopefully, Daniel Phillips can get that Penn athlete to agree to a quick interview. Seems like those athletes are going to get started off here. There they go. Riley in first, Concord in second, and Penn closing in for that third, but Concord passes Elkhart, and Penn passes both of them. Penn having a crazy speed on him as he passes both of them and starts to go towards that turn.
Yeah, we're seeing something we've been seeing all evening, Sean. We're seeing Penn and Concord in the mix, but Penn right now, heavy station.
Quite the insane speed out of Cohen Wysong.
Yeah, Wysong has so much separation from down here, but guys trying to storm back and challenge him.
Mishawaka seems to be second, fighting for second between themselves, Elkhart and Concord. But it looks like Concord might have got that second. Hey.
It's a tough one there. You know, you got guys who are in contention, Elkhart, Mishawaka, trying to vie for second, third place. Once you get to those last couple meters, it's going to make the body go faster than it really just can. Some people have their limits, you know, and it takes so long to shave off seconds.
Get those scores to you guys in a moment. While we do that, the second heat we'll have in lane 2, Demetrius Britton for Mishawaka. In lane 3, Cole Clare for Edwardsburg. In lane 4, Eric Nabi for South Bend Riley. In lane 5, Dylan Didario for Penn. In lane 6, Jake Deshawn for Concord. In lane 7, Jamison Bertram for Elkhart. In lane 8, Christian Lyra for Edwardsburg. And there are the scores in first place. Penn, Wysong for Penn with 52.67. And second place, Ragland for Concord with 54.80. In third place, Baker for Elkhart with 55.02. Wysong cutting off about a second from his PR 53.50. So quite the crazy speed on him. There are your first, second, and third places for, I believe, the 4x100. Maybe not. Deanna Phillips down there trying to get the interview. Sorry for the background static. That second heat for the boys 400 just started. Seems like Penn is taking over that first spot from, I believe that is Concord Riley. Concord, Elkhart, and I do not know the other blue. But it does seem like Penn's got a good lead on Concord with Elkhart right behind him. Or right behind with Elkhart right behind Concord, Penn first. Come down that final stretch. The clout glasses on Penn is kind of insane. I'm not going to lie. They're kind of tough. Penn's slowing down quite a bit. Concord catching up, trying to pass him. It's a close one. Every time Concord and Penn go against each other, it's very close, it seems. We will have a third heat of the 400-meter dash. We will have in lane 2, Bo Burner for Concord. In lane 3, Michael Bond for Elkhart. Then in lane 4, Braden White for Penn. In lane 5, Mobius Stubblefield for Edwardsburg. In lane 6, Aiden McCary for Niles. In lane 7, Trevor Crump for South Bend Riley. In lane 8, Braden Polonsky for Mishawaka. Now I know you're getting set up down there for an interview, Daniel.
Yep.
So you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm all ready to go when you're ready.
All right. Take it off.
All right. We'll wait for our camera cue. All right, we got it. Your name's Tanner Mamalenti. I'm here with Tanner Mamalenti, the winner of the 1600 run here at the Cayman Classic. Tanner, what's your favorite thing about the 1600 event?
I just like being able to compete against my teammates for 4 laps and give it everything I got.
So you got a big win here at the Cayman Classic. What does it feel like to win here at the Classic?
Yeah, it feels great. This is my 3rd time here, so it's nice to be able to finally win one.
And do you have any other big goals for the season?
I just want to make it to the regional level and compete.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Tanner.
Thank you.
Well, we wish him good luck on getting his
All right.
achievement set off.
Thanks, Sean.
Here are the here are the scores for the 400-meter dash heat 2. In first place, D'Addario for Penn with 51.85. In second place, Deshawn for Concord with 51.96. And then in third place, Bertram for Elkhart with 52.48. That third heat will start off very soon here. Got quite the headache right now. Absolutely love these track events. You love to see all the people show up for it, especially all the athletes from different events and even from different teams. Like I'm sure there's a few girls track athletes out there cheering on some of the boys. There they are. They started off. Seems like a false start, though. Gun went off accidentally twice. So we're going to get another start here. Pardon me for touching my mic so much. As you can see on your screen, that is Braden Polanski. Wish him good luck out there as well as all the other athletes. He isn't using a starting block, though. Quite the choice from Polanski out there. And they're off. Riley passing Mishawaka, as well as another athlete passing both of them. I think that's Edwardsburg. That is Edwardsburg. So now I know. Edwardsburg in first, Riley in second, and Penn in third now. Mishawaka following slightly behind as Concord passes up Mishawaka. Penn's closing that gap between himself and Edwardsburg athlete. Coming down that final stretch, it seems like the Edwardsburg athlete is holding on that first with Penn fighting to get past him. Third place would be Riley High School. I think it might be Penn in first, with Edwardsburg in second and Riley in third. But we will see once we get those scores up. The next event will be the boys 300-meter hurdles. There'll be 3 sections of this one. For section 1, you'll have in lane 3, Brendan Scott for Elkhart. In lane 4, Mason Green for Mishawaka. In lane 5, James Heitzelman for Penn. In lane 6, Cameron Reinwald for Concord. And in lane 7, Ryder Rons for Elkhart. Here are your scores. In first place, White for Penn with 50.43. In second place, Stubblefield for Edwardsburg with 50.69. And then Crump for South Bend Riley with 51.42. followed by Concord, Mishawaka, and then Elkhart.
The team scores after 5 events. Edwardsburg 96, South Bend Riley 97, Niles 129, Mishawaka 175, Elkhart 209, Concord 239, and in first place, Penn with 274.
We got 5 more events here. There's some pole vaulting happening over there.
400-meter dash. Top 3 placers, please make your way to the podium as soon as you can. Traditionally, the 4x100.
Everyone's setting up the hurdles down there for us.
Please make your way.
So thank you to anyone who is voluntarily doing that. English is not my strong suit, even though I speak only English.
Thank you to Cage Chicken for sponsoring today's hospitality room. Also, please visit the food trucks behind the stadium, fans. We have great offerings in the food trucks, as well as our delicious offerings in the concession stand. And again, it doesn't matter what your school colors are or your school mascot is, we greatly appreciate your patronage.
There's a Niles athlete doing his pole vault right there. Oof. Sadly could not get over the pole there. I'm sure it's very scary to do pole vaulting. I mean, you're throwing yourself up on I believe that would be a fiberglass pole?
Yeah, I actually don't know what it's made out of, Sean, but I imagine it's pretty scary too. I'm friends with, obviously we're both friends with Eris Kohler. He's a pole vaulter newly this year, and his first time pole vaulting, he was petrified to do 6 feet. So, and we've seen guys here today do 17 feet and things like that. So, as you can imagine.
Official
17 feet is a crazy distance.
relay.
Yeah.
There you go, Mishawaka athlete. Barely didn't make it over on that one. Here are your final scores for boys 400-meter dash. In first place, Braden White for Penn. In second place, Mobius Stubblefield for Edwardsburg. And then in third place, Trevor Crump for South Bend Riley. Then men's varsity team rankings with these 6 events scored. Penn with 36, Concord with 292, Elkhart with 240, Mishawaka with 214, Edwardsburg for 143, Niles with 129, and tied with Niles, South Bend Riley with 129. And the scores with the combined team scores is the same, so we do not need to say those. Making baskets every time I need to throw away one of those papers. There are your your placers for the I'm not 100% sure what event they're for, but seems like the sun's kind of coming out. Some natural lighting out there. Again, next up, boys, 300-meter hurdles. The first section will have Brendan Scott for Elkhart in lane 3. In lane 4, Mason Green for Mishawaka. In lane 5, James Heitzelman for Penn. And then in lane 6, Cameron Reinwald for Concord. And then in lane 7, Ryder Ranz for Elkhart. Fastest PR out there is from Penn with 44.06. Attributed to James Heitzelman. Ooh, it seems like we actually have Daniel down there about to give us an interview.
Yeah, we're ready to go. What's your name?
Ruben.
Ruben? Okay.
You're on.
All right, I'm here with Ruben of the 4x100 Penn track team. You guys won that event here at the Classic, which means a lot. What does it mean to you?
Personally, it just means a lot winning as a team because, we all trust each other in the work that we put in, and we came out to execute.
When you're running a relay, you're relying on 3 other guys always to carry your team to victory. How well do you know these 3 guys, and how much do you trust them?
I trust them a lot. I know them very well this year. Talk on and off of school grounds, and yeah.
So winning this event is huge, and the relays are so tough. What's your favorite part about them, though?
Favorite part is just hearing the crowd go crazy after like a crazy upset or something like that.
All right, thank you, Ruben. Congrats to the Penn 4x100 track team.
And there you have it.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.
The interview from Daniel Phillips. They have started the 300-meter hurdles. Penn in first, Concord in second, with Mishawaka trying to come up on Penn's heel so they can get that second. Penn getting over that final turn, coming down that straightaway, followed by Mishawaka and then Concord behind Mishawaka. So it seems like Mishawaka might be able to get a second place. Penn with that strong lead and that strong first place. Mishawaka with the strong second place. And then Concord right behind Mishawaka with a strong third, followed by 2 Elkhart athletes. Quite the event. I do like the hurdles. That was the first heat. The second heat will have in lane 2, Lyle Schneebly, and for Edwardsburg. In lane 3, Zach Zichtlow for Niles. In lane 4, Shamar Sampers for Penn. In lane 5, DeBrian Emerson for Concord. In lane 6, Sebasti Marquez for Elkhart. In lane 7, Landon Sider for Mishawaka. In lane 8, Everett Maurer from South Bend Riley. Now your scores for that last heat would be Heitzelman for Penn with 42.10, Green for Mishawaka with 45.75, and then Reinwald for Concord with 47.14. So quite the event, quite the turnout for the scores there. And a Penn athlete over there about to do his pole vault. Getting ready, warming up. That was a crazy jump. That looks like he's got a crazy vertical. Seems like that second heat is going to start soon. Getting on their marks. And there they go. Mishawaka quickly passes Riley High School's athlete. Concord in second with Penn in third now. Mishawaka continuing to go. That is, I believe that is Landon Sider, pardon me, in second place. Concord following close. Ooh. Penn seems to have been able to get that gap since Mishawaka seemed to trip. But Mishawaka is able to hold on to first place with Penn right behind him. Ooh, there we go. Another Concord athlete fallen with Mishawaka in first. Penn stumbling over to second, and Elkhart getting that third. 2 separate athletes falling. Hope they're okay out there. Penn athlete seems to be okay, standing up and walking it off. Food smells good out here at the cave, or not cave, at Steel Stadium. Third heat will have Jetson Rogers in lane 2 for Niles, Austin Fugner in lane 3 for South Bend Riley, Josh Sandy in lane 4 for Mishawaka. In lane 5, Jack Jewett for Concord. In lane 6, Noah Hoppers for Penn. In lane 7, Cade Tryowski for Elkhart. In lane 8, Jaden Zesson for Edwardsburg. Pardon me if I said your name completely wrong. Here are your scores. In first place, Snyder from Mishawaka with 42.08. Sampers for Penn with 43.74. And then Marquez for Elkhart with 44.04. Penn still got that second, even though they fell at the finish line. But luckily, they were able to cross the finish line. So, that's quite good. Quite good. After this third heat of the boys 300 meters hurdles, we will have boys 800 meter run. And we'll have 21 athletes running that, which is quite the pack. That will be 2 laps. 2 laps. Pardon the voice crack. That'll be 2 laps. They're going to get that third heat started. They're going to get on their marks now. Sun's finally coming out perfectly, illuminating the stadium. So it seems like that storm may have just passed us. Luckily, Penn is in first with Concord in second and Mishawaka in third. Mishawaka trying to pass Concord right now, and they do successfully do so. Trying to keep a good speed so they can catch up. Seems like he's actually able to catch up with Penn side by side now as they come down the final stretch, trying to get up there, but it seems like Penn was able to pull away slightly. So it seems like we'll have Penn in first, Mishawaka in second. Ooh, maybe actually Elkhart in second, Mishawaka third. Elkhart just able to pass Mishawaka with that final hurdle. Genuinely, the food out there smells so good. I believe it's a taco truck, and it's low-key making me hungry. Again, next event is boys 800-meter run. Lane 1, you'll have Jackson Yoder for Concord. In lane 2, Reed Sullars for Concord. In lane 3, Trevor Crump for South Bend Riley. In lane 4, Shamir Turk for Penn. In lane 5, George Scrumpham for Edwardsburg. And then in lane 6, Aiden Props for Penn. In lane 7, Braden Main Warning for Penn. Quite the hard last name, I'm not gonna lie. That last name goes kind of tough. In lane 8, Jaden Gregory for Edwardsburg. In lane 9, Hayden Holdman for Elkhart. In lane 10, David Sifu for Elkhart. In lane 12, Caden Haste for Elkhart. And here are your scores now. First place, Hoppers for Penn with 41.71. Fugner for South Bend Riley with 42.56. And then Sandy for Mishawaka with 42.89. Back to your boys 800-meter run varsity. In lane 13, Josiah De La Vega for Concord. In lane 14, Owen Riggenbach for Niles. In lane 15, Miguel Rodriguez for Niles. In lane 16, Colin Morchen for Mishawaka. In lane 17, Evan Lynn, our very own Evan Lynn. Yes, you heard that right. Finally, you see him. Oliver Trout for Niles. And then lane 19, Ramon Valenzuela for South Bend Riley. In lane 20, Lucas Dendui for Mishawaka. And then in lane 21, Ryan Hendrickson for South Bend Riley. So that is all your people running at this event. If this event next, there we go. And then after this event, we will have boys 200-meter dash, which will have 3 heats. So, very impactful time right now. Reed Solers for Concord with no time, so we'll see if he can get a good PR here today. I believe that would mean it's his first run. So it's kind of a crazy event,
We're still looking for the top 3 finishers in the 400-meter dash to report to the podium. Officially, the top 3 finishers in the 300-meter hurdle. Also, come to the podium for your honor ceremony.
Again, only 3 Mishawaka athletes running this one today. This event, which seems to be a running thing for most of these events. Sorry for the radio silence. I was talking to one of our employees up here. Get my information down. Co-workers. They are employees, though, theoretically. By theory, they are employees. Here are some of your scores. Boys 300-meter hurdles, the finals. In first place, Noah Hoppers for Penn. In second place, Landon Snyder for Mishawaka. And then James Heitzelman. Oh, maybe it's Hinselman in third place for Penn. Okay. I was saying it right the first time. Yay. Okay. Tight. We have your boys long jump varsity finals, too. Charisse Reverd for Concord with 21:07. Then second place, Andre Wells for Niles with 20-11. And then third place, William Danner for Concord with 20-09. And your current scores right now. Your current scores are Penn with 444, Concord with 388, Mishawaka with 322, Elkhart with 314, Niles with 201, Edwardsburg with 198, and then South Bend Riley with 159. And that's all I have on this piece of paper, so I will throw it away now. They're lining up, getting a talking to from the official. And they're off. Quite the pack there. There is 21 runners right now on the track. This will be, of course, 2 laps. So not as long as some of the other events, but
After
decent time, decent
South
amount
Bend
of
Riley has 159
So you're going to see a lot of people maybe falling back a little bit.
Niles 201.
They're trying to
Elkhart 314.
conserve some of that energy for that final lap.
322. Second place Concord 388. And first place Penn with
I believe after this we have the boys 200-meter dash, which will have 3 heats. And then after that we'll have the boys 3,200-meter run. And then after that, one more event, boys 4x400-meter relay.
Yep, always the most exciting of the evening, Sean. The 800 is very, very fun to watch as well, Sean, because of the approach that the runners take to the event. You know, a lot of them start off a little slow, a little chill, and then they turn on the jets in that last lap.
Seems like we've got a Edwardsburg athlete in the front with Concord and a few different Penn athletes following him, trying to keep up so they don't break off like, as you can see, some of the other athletes have done. Now, we don't see Edwardsburg as much as we see most of these schools here at Mishawaka High School, but as we can see, they seem very versed in these longer events. Concord passing up that Edwardsburg athlete. You can really hear the excitement off your mic. Yes, sir, boy. Down there. There we go. Now you're seeing them finish now.
Yeah, and you can really see the separation, you know, and that's what comes with that, inviting 7 different schools to a meet. You can see the separation with certain guys.
We get through those scores after these final athletes cross the finish line.
Athletes and coaches, final call for the
While we wait for the
200-meter dash.
updates,
Second call, 3,200
the first heat of the boys 200-meter dash will have in lane 3, Gio Urwe for Edwardsburg. In lane 4, Leon Fowler for Mishawaka. In lane 5, Alfonso Newberg for Elkhart. In lane 6, Chance Smith for Penn. In lane 7, McMillan for Penn, from South Bend Riley, pardon me. In lane 8, Manuel Favela Frary for Concord. That last athlete has no time, so we will see how good of a PR he sets for
The
himself here
200-meter
tonight.
dash will be run in
Now this is a half lap, so an event where you have to kind of just power through it, I would say.
Yeah, it's just another one where it's an all-out sprint, but unlike the 100, you know, you get done with your first 100 meters, you're, man, these guys are moving fast, and I still got 100 more to go to keep up with them. Sean, how are you doing up there with the in the press box?
I'm doing good. The breeze is definitely helpful. It's a little toasty in here.
Yeah.
But I just say that's because it's got no movement, no moving air.
Right. It's pretty nice down here. The wind is dying down a little bit. You know, like you said, it's kind of going from the strong wind to light breeze a little bit, which is nice.
Direct your attention to the podium. The following are the top 3 finishers in today's 400-meter dash. From South Bend Riley, 51.42 seconds, Trevor. From Edwardsburg, with a time of 50.69 seconds, Mobius Stubblefield. And with a winning time of 50.4.
I'll be right back. I do have to find a long jump sheet for our announcer up here.
Now finishers in the 300-meter hurdle. Something you'll see rare in events like this, each finisher was from a different heat. This does not happen very often. In third place from Penn, James Heinzelman in 42.10 seconds. 200ths of a second ahead of him was from Mishawaka, Landon Snyder, and with a winning time of 41.71 seconds, the 2025 Classic at Mishawaka champion from Penn, Noah Hopper. Congratulations, Kingman.
I told him when y'all are done.
I could not find that paper for him, sadly. Oh, it seems like we do have a interview down there waiting.
Yep.
All right. So, get you set up for that interview.
Your name's Brandon, right?
Braden.
Braden?
And there you go. You can go now.
All right, I'm here with Braden of Penn, the winner of the Caveman Classic 400-meter dash. Braden, how do you feel winning an event like that at this event here?
It feels great, man, just to come out and compete with some people I haven't got the chance to race against yet. It's just a great experience. I didn't get to run here last year, so it was awesome to come out and compete with new people at a new event.
So you're a sophomore, it's your first Caveman Classic, and you win here in the 400, a very, very tough event with a lot of competition. So this is just one little thing on your resume. What are some things that you want to add to it by the end of this season?
I want to keep getting better, keep getting faster always. I hope to go to the state finals in some event and get under 50 seconds in 400 would be great.
All right, Braden, thank you. Once again, Braden of Penn, the winner of the Caveman Classic 400-meter dash.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
And here are your scores for that 800-meter run. In first place, Yoder.
Okay. I guess you're up next, huh?
First place, Yoder for Concord. And he got a record here at the at Steel Stadium. And he got I cannot speak. Proberst for Penn in second. And then in third, we do have Scrumpham for Edwardsburg. And of course, that Yoder, the Concord athlete Yoder, did just get I don't know why I'm blanking out. Pardon me. Just had a pole vaulter do the max vault up there. Quite the crazy jump there. Quite hot up here now that there's no wind coming in. And an update on lane 5 in that 200-meter dash. Alfonso Newbern for Elkhart will not be running. And a replacement for lane 6 is actually Michael Bond for Penn.
Sean, whenever you're ready, we got Noah Hopper, the winner of the 300-meter, down here with me.
All right, well, we'll get you right now.
Okay. Noah Hopper. Okay. All right, I'm here with Penn Junior Noah Hopper, the winner of the 300-meter hurdle. Noah, how are you feeling winning at the Caveman Classic this year?
It feels great. I put in so much work to be here. It was really hard. A bunch of really good people that I'm running against in the past couple weeks, and it's great to know that my hard work's been rewarded.
Hurdling is really tough. I've never done it before, but it looks horrible, especially when you miss the hurdle and then you get that track burn. You showed me you've had a few of those instances so far, but you didn't have it today, which is why you won. What's your favorite part about that grueling event?
My favorite part is that when it's perfected, it's really fun, and it's also really tiring, and you have to put in a lot of work, and I like hard work.
You're a junior, Noah, so you got one more year left, but you got a long season ahead of you. What are some things you want to accomplish before season's end?
Definitely winning, and hopefully advancing sectional, regional, even state, and maybe even placing and getting, or PRing definitely, and placing potentially in state.
It's a great answer. All right, thank you. Noah Hopper, the winner of the 300-meter hurdle from Penn High School.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Well, hey, we wish that he gets
Ladies and gentlemen.
that placement he hopes for. Oh, and I got some scores up here for the boys 800-meter run. In first place, we got Jackson Yoder for Concord with 2 minutes, .03. In second place, we got Aiden Props for Penn with 2.23, 2 minutes, .23. And then third place, George Scrumpham for Edwardsburg with 2 minutes, 2 minutes, .76. Then the 300-meter hurdles, we got in first place, Noah Hoppers, as you just heard from down there with that interview, for Penn with 41.71. In second place, Landon Snyder for Mishawaka with 42.08. And then in third place, James Heitzelman for Penn with 42.10. Long jump varsity. In first place, Charisse Brevern. In second place, Andre Wells for Niles. And then that first place is Charisse Brevern for Concord. And then third, William Danner for Concord as well. Then discus throw. In first place, Donovan Arnold for Concord with 166.11. Second place, Trenton Bias for Elkhart with 156.08. And then third place, Cade Stout for Penn with 138.06. And they're off for the first heat of the 200-meter dash. Seems like Penn is in first, followed by Elkhart, and then followed by, believe that'd be Concord. Ooh, quite the run. Penn in first, Riley in second, I believe Concord in third. Heat 2 will have in lane 2, Emery Jimenez for Concord. In lane 3, Alex Scott, I believe that means second, for Edwardsburg. In lane 4,
Any discus winners who are not throwing shot right now.
Asmuth, for Niles. In lane 5, Eli Sith for Penn. Crazy tight name. And then in lane 6, Alonzo Newburn for Elkhart. In lane 7, Aston Horston for Mishawaka. And then in lane 8, Cameron Davis for South Bend Riley. And there are your scorers. In first place, Smith for Penn with 23.58. McMillan for South Bend Riley with 24.16. And then in third, Favela Frary for Concord with
You say you were a sophomore?
24.74. And it seems like we'll have another interview down there with Daniel Phillips.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
You can.
All right, I'm here with Reese Brevard, junior of Concord High School. Reese, you got a length of 21.7 in the long jump, which is pretty remarkable. How does it feel to accomplish that feat here at the Cayman Classic?
You know, it feels pretty good. the whole season, I haven't really been jumping well, so it just feels good to pop one.
Cayman Classic is a great place to get out of a slump for sure and get a win here. So this is a huge thing to add onto your resume. Are there a few things that you have in mind that you want to accomplish before the end of the season?
I just want to stay more consistent, like throughout the year, and hopefully get to state.
And how does it feel to represent your friends, your teammates, your coaches, and your school over back at Concord?
It feels pretty good. We practice hard every day, so it just feels good to come out here and represent.
All right, thank you. Reese Brevard, the winner of the Cayman Classic long jump with 21.7. Thanks, Sean.
No problem. We're going to get started with that Heat 2 as the athletes get ready to take off for that second heat. Again, there's only 2 more events until the end of this meet. Or I guess 2 more events until the end of the Caveman Classic. And it seems like they're about to start off now. Oh, gonna have them stand up once up again. Ooh. Pole vaulter over there just hit a crazy height. But there's no bar. I think that's Josh Hepburn. No, that's not Josh Hepburn. Someone. Gonna get that started off now. Get him set. There they are. They're off. And like Daniel was saying earlier, this is kind of an all-out sprint, but you got to make sure you keep enough gas in the gas tank to get past and over this last final stretch. Seems like Penn in first, Elkhart in second, and Mishawaka in third. We'll see if that is correct. Penn, Elkhart, Mishawaka. Mishawaka having to jump the Elkhart athlete because the Elkhart athlete fell. Quite a dangerous thing. Hope he's okay. That was heat 2, and now we're on to our final heat of the boys 200-meter dash. In lane 2, you'll have Valentino Summers from Mishawaka. In lane 3, Gunnar Scherer for Niles. In lane 4, Simon Lake for Concord. In lane 5, Cohen Turner for Penn. In lane 6, Zachary Anderson for Elkhart. In lane 7, Frederick Senti for Edwardsburg. And then in lane 8, Zaylen Allen for South Bend Riley. See if we can get another interview from down there from Daniel Phillips. Speaking of, we have your second heat scores. Seth for Penn with 23.01. Bond for Elkhart with 23.9. And then Horston for Mishawaka with 24.24. Quite funny. Seems like we're going to get Daniel Phillips over there down the sidelines, prepping prepping that athlete who got that first place. Clouds rolling in again and covering up the sun from us. Seems like we're aiming down at Daniel. Daniel, you're on.
Right.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm here with Donovan Arnold Jr. of Concord High School, the winner of discus here at the Cayman Classic. Donovan, how does it feel to get a win here?
Feels great. A lot of hard work at practice, fun with the boys, and it's fun.
It's your second year here at the Cayman Classic. What's different about this tournament?
The vibes is bigger, exciting, good to be around.
Yeah, it's definitely a bigger stage here in the area, so it's great to win here, I'm sure. What are some big things that you want to accomplish by the end of your career here, but especially the end of the season?
To place top 9 in state and break the school record.
Some pretty big goals. Thank you very much. Yep. Donovan Jr. of Concord, Donovan Arnold, winner of your Cayman Classic discus.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Good luck. Great job, man. Good win.
Absolutely amazing. We're going to get that third heat started off for y'all.
That was a good interview.
Go get that third heat started off for y'all. Get them set. And they're off. Penn crossing over 3 other athletes around that bend. I believe that is Concord on his tail, side by side as they come down the final stretch. Penn able to push a little bit further and get past Concord, but it seems like Penn's going to get first, Concord's going to get second, and Elkhart with a solid third, I believe. We will see when the scores come through, though. Ooh, dark clouds covering over us now. Of course, after this, we have the boys 3,200-meter run. We have 16 runners for this event. In lane 1, Brody Litter for Penn. In lane 2, Matt Givens for Penn. Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, I sneezed. In lane 3, we have Cale Graywall for Penn. In lane 4, Peyton Shenholt for Elkhart. In lane 5, Ernest McCain for Elkhart. In lane 6, Maguire Johnson for Edwardsburg. In lane 7, Nazir Farhan for Mishawaka. In lane 8, John Leith for Edwardsburg. In lane 9, Daniel Montiel for Concord. In lane 10, Gavin Ayers for Edwardsburg. In lane 11, Jaden Engelmeyer for Concord. In lane 12, Ryan Hendrickson for South Bend Riley. In lane 13, Shiloh Macon for Mishawaka. In lane 14, Zaid Salvador for Concord. In lane 15, Luis Fer Marquez Pantoja for Elkhart, yes. And then Will Huntsberger for Mishawaka. Here are your scores for the Heat 3 of the 200-meter dash. In first place, Turner for Penn with 22.31. In second place, Lake for Concord with 22.77. And then in third, Sente for Edwardsburg with 27, pardon me. And Daniel, we'll get down to you in a second. You're on now, so whenever he's ready, he can start up. You can go ahead whenever you want.
Thanks, Sean. I'm here with Jackson Yoder, the winner of the 800 here at the Cayman Classic, the meet record. Jackson, how does it feel to accomplish that here?
It feels great. I'm just so thankful to get this opportunity. I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for bringing me back from being injured and being able to win this event and take the meet record. So
You're a junior at Concord High School. Your school's having a lot of success here at the meet. So a lot of things to be happy about going on that bus on the way home later today. But you got a long season ahead of you, just like the rest of your teammates, the way I've been talking to them. And coming back from injury, obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of things you want to accomplish. What are some of those things?
I'd like to win regionals again. Go back to state, hopefully medal this year. We'll just see what I can do, just 1 foot at a time. So, we'll see.
All right, thank you. Jackson Yoder, junior at Concord High School, record holder here at the Cayman Classic of the 800-meter run. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Congrats
Again, here
Jackson
we are.
Yoder, on your
We're going to get that
record-setting run.
3,200-meter run for y'all. We'll most likely go into a break halfway through, since it's one of the longer events here today at the Classic, or it is the longest event here at the Classic. And then after this, we only have the 4x400-meter relay. Quite excited. Weather's turning for dark, so quite excited to get out here as early as we are. Only about 7:33 right now. Probably be done by 8 o'clock, so hope you guys are enjoying so far as we try our hardest to bring you the best of the best. Even if me as an announcer might be a little weird. 106 views with 8 concurrent viewers. Fire. And they're off. Going to have some music playing for Steel Stadium as they run. Might see some other athletes out there running alongside on the field. Long events like this, you got to really conserve that energy. So, burn yourself off the first 4 laps because you have another 4 to go. 3,200 is, of course, 8 laps around the track. Quite the long event here. Even if the sky doesn't look as beautiful as it should, the clouds still look pretty good. Sorry for the Dr. Seuss rhymes, but it's probably because I'm really tired. And while we are here in the 3,200, I'll give you some of those results. So for the boys, 200-meter dash, in first place we have Cohen Turner for Penn with 22.31. In lane 2, Simon Lake for Concord with 22.77. And then for third place, Eli Sith for Penn with 23.01. And then, of course, for the shot put, we have first place, Trenton Bias for Elkhart with 48-10. For second place, Cade Stout for Penn with 47-06.25. And then third place, Derek Gomez for Concord with 48-08. And current team rankings is Penn with 695, Elkhart with 608, Elkhart with 494, Mishawaka with 452, and then Niles with 344, and then Edwardsburg with 301, South Bend Riley falling behind with 280. Again, after this, we'll have our last event, which will be the boys 4x400 meter relay. I'll get some of those names named off for you. There will only be one section of this. For South Bend Riley, we will have Trevor Crump handing off to Corey Little, who will hand off to Eric Nabi. I'm so sorry if I say your name wrong. And then handing off to Austin Fugner, hopefully. There is 7 people listed, so we will see. Elkhart, Michael Bond handing to Ian Alexander, who will hand off to Landon Baker, who will then hand off to Jamison Bertram. Then Mishawaka, Braden Polanski handing off to Brady Hooton, who will hand off to Josh Sandy, who will then hand off to Demetrius Britton. Then Concord, Bo Brunner handing off to Jake Deshawn, who will hand off to Simon that's Simon Lake, who will hand off to Jack Jewett. And then Penn with Braden White handing off to Cohen Wysong, who will hand off to Will Sidorsky, Sidorsky, who will hand off to Dylan D'Addario. Niles with Aiden McCary handing off to Andre Wells, who will hand off to Ben Bruckner, who will hand off to Braden Favors. Then Edwardsburg with Frederick Senti handing off to Cole Clare, who will hand off to George Scrumpham, who will hand off to Mobius Strubblefield. And after that, nothing more. They're on their final 3 laps now. So 3 laps to go here at the Cayman Classic for the 3200. And hopefully we'll get some more interviews throughout the duration of this event from our very helpful Daniel Phillips down there. Again, thank you to everyone who showed up for work on a no-school day. We, of course, got Karma Johnson up here, Mackenzie Finn below me on your usual camera, Williams up here on the TriCaster, Dylan Baylor and Cam Stokes on the field cameras taking photos for us to post on our events, or not our events, sorry, our media forums. And then, of course, Daniel Phillips down there getting our interviews and talking with you. Speaking of, we can hear Daniel Phillips right on now.
Okay.
Let's go!
Okay.
800, let's go!
All right, I'm here with Cohen Turner, the winner of 3 events so far here at the Cayman Classic. He's a senior from Penn High School. You've won the 4x100. You've won the 100, and you're getting rewarded now for winning the 200. How does it feel to have such a big day here at the Cayman Classic?
It feels good. We've been through a lot as a team through the past year, and all the hard work really pays off in the end with the chemistry within the team, weight room, coaches, everything.
So it's your senior season here with track. It's almost like a farewell tour. What are some things you want to check off that track bucket list before you graduate?
I really like to place at state, medal in the 4x1, 200, and really get my team some medals this year.
All right, do you have any more events that you're running today? Am I gonna have to interview you again?
No, this is my last event.
All right, thank you. That's Cohen Turner, a Penn High School senior, the winner of 3 events here at the Cayman Classic.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for getting that, Daniel.
Okay.
I believe we are on the second to final lap here for the 3,200 meter relay. Nope, run. 32-meter run. Final lap for that first lead group that we've been following, which consists of 3 Penn athletes and a Elkhart athlete, I believe, perhaps. Those 3 Penn athletes keeping a great lead over there, running vigorously. Those 3 athletes breaking apart now, as you can see. Coming around that final bend and then down this final 100-meter stretch. So you can see they're coming down that stretch now. All the Penn athletes out there cheering them on as they pass by. And that's Penn in first, Penn in second, and then Penn in third. Followed by I believe Elkhart, 2 Elkhart athletes, and then a Mishawaka athlete.
Let's go, finish it, let's go.
Quite fabulous.
Hey, you gotta finish it, let's go.
As you can hear, Daniel Phillips has someone to interview right now down there, and we'll cut to you right now. There you go.
Thank you, Sean.
Take it off.
All right, I'm here with Trent Bias, senior of Elkhart High School and the winner of throwing here at the Cayman Classic. Trent, you've been here a few times here at the Cayman Classic. It's your senior year now, your last opportunity. How does it feel to get it done finally?
Feels real good. You know, came here before, couldn't get it done, finally got it done this year, so, you know, it's a good feeling.
You also placed second in discus, so how does it feel to have such a big day at a prestigious event like this?
It's good going into the next meets, you know, feeling good, got everything out, so hopefully we'll be able to get it done.
So you've been here a few times. What's your favorite memory here at the Cayman Classic? Is it winning today?
Yeah, it's probably up there, but all the times with friends and stuff, sitting around watching everyone else compete, fun times.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Trenton Bias, senior of Elkhart High School, and your winner of the Cayman Classic as far as throwing. Thank you.
Yeah, have a nice day.
You too, thanks. All right. Thanks, Sean.
No problem. And that 3,200 is about to end now. Our Mishawaka athlete trying to pass that, I believe, Edwardsburg athlete just to get that higher placement for him, which is fair. I believe 2 more athletes are about to pass. Oh, wait, no, there's a few out there on the far end, too. We got 3 more athletes who need to cross the finish line, and then this event will be done for y'all. Again, next event is the 4x400 meter relay. I already named off the teams playing. It's a lot of names, so I don't really want to have to name it off again, I'm not going to lie. Honesty is the best policy. There you go. Final few athletes crossing the finish line there, as you can see. Only 1 more left to cross, which is an Riley High School athlete. As you can see, boom, there he is. Great job to all the athletes out there who had to run that long one. Honestly, I would hate to do it.
The final event of the evening, the 4x400 meter relay is
A little hot up here now. Wind's not angled towards us very well.
the classic meet record for this relay race is 3 minutes, 22.42 seconds set by Lake Central High School in 2023. The team of Cameron Dethers, Charlie Newton, Travis Garcia, and Josh Berry set that run.
As you can see, those athletes who are going to run this relay are setting up right now with the line. Always feels good to be sandwiched between two relays that start at the beginning.
We'll report those scores when they're
I always say it makes me feel like this is always going to be familiar.
can make it to the podium. Winners of the 3,200-meter run, choose your finish, verifying your times. Please make your way to the podium so we can honor you.
Sebastian Van Skyhawk and some of his friends doing backflips out in the field. That's kind of hilarious. Just to fill the dead time as we wait for this 4x400 to start. Again, crazy to see that many students out on the field right now. You love to see the turnout for all the teams coming out. Over there, you can see Dylan Baylor taking photos, or at least standing there with a camera. Can't wait to see what photos he took tonight. Someone informed him that I was throwing shade at it. Here are your scores for the 3,200-meter run. In first place, you got Ledirer for Penn with 9:48.42. In second place, once it does its circle back around, you got Grewal for Penn with 9:52.17, and then Givens for Penn when it comes back around with 9:54.71. And they're off on that 4x400 meter relay. First handoff here. Oh, no, not first handoff here. I'm forgetful. That's Niles and I believe Edwardsburg in kind of a tied position with Penn on their heel. Niles taking on that first place with Edwardsburg falling to second. Penn beating Edwardsburg to get second and pushing to pass Niles for the first place. Now it's Penn, Niles, Edwardsburg. And there you can see Penn getting off that first handoff soon. Let's see if it's a good handoff. Ooh, a clean handoff from Penn and a clean handoff from everyone else as Penn takes off and turns that corner faster than anyone else can start. Mishawaka actually in second now, with Concord in third, being passed by Niles in fourth. Oh, never mind. Concord is still holding third. Mishawaka is trying to catch up, but it's a very distant gap between Penn and Mishawaka. Of course, Penn wearing clout glasses during his run. Going down the final stretch. Concord passing Mishawaka, making it Penn, Concord, and then Mishawaka, followed by Niles. Penn getting off the handoff to his teammate. Quick snatch, quick grab. Concord, same. Mishawaka, same. Mishawaka taking off to try to catch up with Niles on their behind. Quite a bit, though. First place, Penn. Second place, Concord. Third place, Mishawaka. Fourth place, Niles. As they come around, it seems like they're keeping a good distance between each other. I don't see any very long gaps forming more, but there is still decent gaps between them. Concord seems to be closing that gap around the turn, though, as you can see. Penn slowing down a tad bit as Concord is about 10, 15 meters back, maybe 20 now. Mishawaka about 30, 40 meters away from Concord. Penn with the handoff, quick grab, quick takeoff. Concord with the quick grab, quick takeoff. Mishawaka with a quick grab and a quick takeoff. Followed by... Ooh. Athlete just fell into the tent, hitting his head against the pole. Hope he's okay. Current standings are Penn, Concord, and Mishawaka, and then followed by Edwardsburg, who then is followed by, I believe, either Niles or Elkhart. This is the final lap of the 4x400. So they're coming around for that final bend. Penn turning the corner, looking behind him to see how far Concord is. Concord running, trying to catch up. But it seems like Penn is going to get that first place solidly, as Concord's going to get a solid second, and Mishawaka just got passed up by Edwardsburg, so that means Edwardsburg's going to get a solid third, and Mishawaka with a solid fourth, followed by Elkhart, and then Niles in last. Great final run by all these athletes so far, or all these athletes. Good job to Penn for getting that first place. Very hard fought race. We'll see some of those standings soon, probably. Your current scores are Penn with, or the Heat won for the 4x400. Penn with 3 minutes, 31 seconds, .04. Concord with 3:32.61, and then Edwardsburg with 3:36.74. Now, the 3,200-meter run, first place was Brody Lederer for Penn with 9:48.43. Second place, Cale Grewal for Penn with 9:52.17. And then third place, Matt Givens for Penn with 9:54.71. Current standings and final standings, I believe. Oh, no, we still have to score that one event. So current standings before the final 4x400 is counted. Penn with 764, Concord with 654, Elkhart with 537, Mishawaka with 497, Edwardsburg with 353, Niles with 344, and then South Bend Riley with 289. Seems like Penn was able to take a crazy lead out there on most of these events. And it seems like we'll actually have an interview with Daniel Phillips and another athlete, our first placer for his respective event. Whenever you want to take it off, Daniel, you may.
All right, I'm here with sophomore of Penn High School, Brody Lederer. Brody, the 3200 is such a grueling event. It's one of the toughest that we have here in any track meet, really. How does it feel to win that here at the Cayman Classic?
It feels amazing. My teammates and coaches pushes me every practice and just prepare me for stuff like this to win.
So when you're crossing that finish line after 2 whole miles here at the track meet in front of a whole bunch of people here at the Cayman Classic, what were you thinking?
It's just like a wave of relief, like it's over, and you feel really accomplished after it.
All right, thank you. Brody Lederer, winner of the 3200 here at the Cayman Classic.
We honor numerous seniors this evening, and we wish them the best in their
Thank you, Daniel,
endeavor.
for getting that interview.
Also, there were
Thanks, Sean.
best.
That's all events took place already. All events have taken place. Currently, we're just waiting for the final scores, I believe. Unless we are ready to end. But I believe we still have to see those top threes for the 4x400.
In third place from Elkhart, Carson Holler. In second place from Mishawaka, Valentino Summer. And the high jump winner from Edwardsburg.
They're your top three for the 4x400.
Champion Mishawaka Classic.
There you go.
Congratulations, ladies.
There's your top three, though there's only two standing there, but still top three. Pole vault seems to have set a record, actually. Seems like we're going to get another interview down there, of course, whenever Daniel Phillips is ready.
Let's introduce the top three finishers in the pole vault. In first place from Penn, Logan Hubbard. In second place from Edwardsburg, Lucas Fritz. And the 2025 champion of the Classic in Mishawaka from Penn, Maverick Ho. Congratulations, Kingston.
And they're your top three for, I believe, pole vaulting.
Top three finishers for the 4x400 meter relay. Please report to the podium.
We'll get a few different interviews from Daniel when we can. Seems like we're actually going to be ready to give Daniel his time on air.
All right, thanks, Sean.
You may go off.
I'm here with Zach Overmeyer, the winner of the high jump here at the Cayman Classic. You won with a height of 6'6", which is insane to me. How does it feel to get up that high?
It feels good for sure, man. Like, it's really just a rush, and I just enjoy high jump so much, so it's just a thrill.
Across the area, the Cayman Classic is such a prestigious event. To win an event like the high jump here, what does that mean to you?
Feels good, that's for sure.
I bet it does. Going forward, you're a junior from Edwardsburg. You've got a lot of time left here on the track. What are some things you want to accomplish with high jump?
Definitely I want to get to that 6'10", 7-foot mark, that's for sure.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Zach Overmeyer, your Cayman Classic 2025 winner of the high jump.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New record for the Caveman Classic.
I'm pretty good. Congrats on the win.
Beating the previous record of 6.3 inches.
We will be getting that second interview down to you once Daniel gives his little spiel. So the athlete is ready to be on air.
Yeah. There we go, Sean. Thank you. We're going to get ready to go now. Awesome.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm here with Maverick Poe, senior of Penn High School. This is your last year, and you got the opportunity to win here at the Caveman Classic. Very cool event around the area. So congrats to you. You won with the height of what?
15 feet.
And I bet that's quite the accomplishment for you. Team-wide, area-wide, how does that feel to get up there with the pole? Looks like kind of a scary event and get that done.
Feels great. I'd like to thank my sister, Kinsey. She was one of my biggest supporters.
So you're a senior now, Fair World Tour last year. You got a lot of time left, but it goes by pretty fast. So what are some things you want to accomplish before season's end?
I'd like to clear 16 feet. Yeah.
Pole vault is pretty tough, so I'm sure, you kind of share the grueling like scenery of the event, having to use the pole, having to get up that high and stuff like that. And I'm sure you've gotten close with a lot of your teammates. What are some of your favorite memories from doing that?
I like to thank the pole vaulters. They definitely push me to jump higher and higher.
I bet they do. All right, thank you. Maverick Poe, you're winner of the Caveman Classic pole vault.
Good job to that
Maverick Poe,
athlete out there.
13-foot vault breaks last year's record of 12 feet 6 inches. Congratulations.
There's your podium.
The results of the 4x400 relay. Top 3 finisher. In 3rd place, the Edwardsburg foursome. In 2nd place, the Concord foursome. And the 2025 Classic champion, the Penn Kingsmen. Congratulations, Penn.
Congrats to those Penn athletes for getting that 4x400 first place here at the Caveman Classic. You love to see it. All of them wearing clout glasses, which is kind of a tough thing to wear. Tough isn't like cool. Waiting on whatever information we may need. See if we need to say anything more on air or if we're good to get off. We will be getting that interview with the 4x400 team for Penn. So that's what you can see Daniel Phillips prepping them for. It's to be on air.
We appreciate your spirit, sportsmanship, and support. Athletes and coaches, we appreciate your help in maintaining the beautiful turf surface in the infield while you camped out there today. If in the meantime you see any other stray pieces of garbage, please continue to help us as wonderfully as you already have by picking those things up and finding a receptacle for them. We greatly appreciate that. We respect your facilities, and we'd like you to respect ours. I do see along the home stand sideline at least a handful of empty plastic water bottles. Athletes can pick those up and left them there. Tonight's event.
So Dan, we were down there at the 4x400 Penn team winners. You can take it off now.
And Caveman
Thank you.
Twitter account, or X account as it's known.
Yeah, Sean, we're just waiting for the PA announcer to wrap up.
Workers,
I forgot about that.
volunteers, several volunteers that made tonight happen. Thank you for your hard work.
Seems like you're good now, so go ahead.
All right. Okay, I'm here with the Caveman Classic 2025 winners of the 4x4, by far the most exciting event of any high school track meet or track meet in general. I'm here with Dylan, senior of Penn. How does it feel for your school to dominate the way they did here at the Caveman Classic this year?
Well, it's always great when you get a lot of wins on the track, but it's really a testament to our head coach, Coach Wetzel, and the strength coaches, Coach Cates, Coach Mott. They prepare us for these moments, so all of it's for them.
You're a big senior leader. Your teammates chose you as the one they wanted to represent them here for this interview. So when you go into practice, when you're talking to younger guys that are coming in, what is the first message you give to them as far as their approach you want to take every single meet?
Just do everything to the most that you can and do that every day. Be consistent.
All right, awesome. Congratulations to the Penn 4x4 team. They are your winner of the Caveman Classic meet. Thank you, guys. Congrats.
Thank you, Daniel. I keep messing up with names.
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it.
So I believe that is all for tonight. Oh, well, I haven't got the papers for the winners. So I do have to actually wait a little bit longer until we get that those scores for you. So while we wait for final scores or whatever we're waiting for, I'd like to say shout out to everyone working tonight once more. You know, we got Karma Johnson up here on that camera you keep seeing go to Daniel. Mackenzie Finn on that track camera that followed them around. Williams here on the TriCaster. Dylan Baylor and Cam Stokes on the floor taking camera photos for the Mishawaka media stuff. And thank you to everyone who showed up here tonight. Inside of the Steel Stadium and on air, on live. Pardon me. Thank you also to Daniel Phillips. Almost forgot to say that. Thank you to everyone who helped with hurdles. Thank you to all the athletes who are here today. And thank them for keeping our field clean, relatively. Seems like we are actually good. So with that, I'm Sean Kennericki here with the Mishawaka Network. Thank you for watching. There he is.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Getting a fist bump and props from a kid down there.
Yeah, he's a Kingsman, so, I mean, but he's a little kid, so I'll let it slide up. Otherwise, I don't know. Penn is for me to fist bump a Penn Kingsman. Just as a Mishawaka fan. But yeah, Sean, thank you. On behalf of both of us, thank you very much to all the Mishawaka viewers. Easter weekend's coming up, Good Friday. We appreciate you joining us for this prestigious event every single year. It's one of our favorite ones to run, especially since it's spring, and luckily we had some nice weather this year. So thank you very much to the Mishawaka viewers. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, Sean. It was a pleasure covering this event with you, and good night.
Yep. Good night. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday, I believe, here at Steel Stadium for the girls track meet. With that, we're heading off. Peace out.